What's up, y'all? It's Imari, Jehiel, and I just want to shout out Multiverso True Freshman and all my fans in Spain, man. I love all my fans. I'll be out there soon. I'll see y'all soon and play some football with y'all. I love y'all.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a Multiverso True Freshman. Como veis, soy Adri Fraguas, vuestro True Freshman, en mi tercer año de elegibilidad como True Freshman, que la gente me pregunta, y sí, voy a seguir siendo True Freshman. No os calentéis, que no voy a ser nunca sophomore. Y como veis, tenemos un entrevistón, un tío que yo... bueno, ahora primero te voy a presentar a ti. ¿Qué tal, tío? Aitor Manzano. Está conmigo mi compañero de Rito del Fútbol, nuestro CEO. ¿Qué tal, tío? Buenas tardes, noches, días.
A mí ya no hace falta presentación, a mí ya me tienen muy visto y me apetece esta entrevista porque, lo primero porque creo que receptores no has entrevistado tanto, y a mí todo lo que hace Texas Tech últimamente es que me hace arquear la ceja, porque como tienen tanto respaldo económico de Adidas por detrás, ¿no? Como tienen tantas otras universidades de otras marcas, también lo tiene BYU de Nike. El tema de Mahomes, creo que Mahomes con su propia marca de PM dentro de Adidas también está invirtiendo en ello. Es una universidad, aunque esté en la Big 12, es una universidad con mucha pasta y con mucha potencia de recruit.
Y son los campeones, o sea, estamos entrevistando a un wide receiver, true freshman, o sea, se llama Imari Jehiel. Yo no sé si lo pronuncio muy bien, porque la verdad es que ya sabéis que mi inglés es una mierda, no pasa nada, pero es un tío que era un recluta que yo creo que fueron un poco generosos con ellos porque le dieron 3 estrellas. Este tío es mucho mejor que 3 estrellas porque sus highlights son brutales. O sea, es un playmaker total. Y, tío, tengo como la sensación de que hemos entrevistado a un jugador que puede ser, no sé, importante. No sé por qué, ¿sabes? De esto que dices tú, la forma en que se comunica, porque bueno, ya la hemos entrevistado, vamos a pasar ahora a la entrevista, pero ya hemos entrevistado, la forma en cómo se comunica te da como un aura, ¿no? Como si tuviera aura.
Sí, estos más se nota. También es verdad que yo creo que es mucho de la posición, ¿no? Que yo creo que los receptores siempre tienen ese puntito extra, ¿no? Pero, ostras, este chico es un 6-0. Es verdad que parece muy delgadito todavía porque es que al final, bueno, pues no deja de ser de la clase del 26. Es decir, este chico que tiene 10, este chico es del 2008. Este chico.
Tiene 18 años, o sea,
Claro,
por ahí más o menos.
claro, con lo cual está por crecer y a mí me genera curiosidad, y lo que siempre decimos, Adri, con estas entrevistas, lo que hace es que sigamos a los jugadores un poquito más de cerca a partir de ahora.
Sí, son jugadores que vamos a dar un cariño. Vamos a contar un pequeño secreto, ¿no? Que voy a contarlo. Durante la entrevista cortamos un cachito porque le preguntamos, no de una forma invasiva, pero muy correcta, cómo estaba viviendo el equipo el tema Shoresby, pero como ellos, ¿no? Cómo estaban viviendo un poco dentro del vestuario.
¿Cómo les afecta al tema de entrenamientos y demás? No en lo sensacionalista o en el cotilleo, porque eso es...
No. Para nada,
no nos compete a nosotros. Es más, haremos un vídeo próximamente aplicando todo el caso que está ocurriendo con Brendan Shoresby, y su respuesta ha sido...
Sí, o sea, tal cual, o sea, no puede decir nada y tal, te hay que decir que luego después, en la siguiente pregunta, porque no sé si se va a notar o no el corte, porque a lo mejor se ve que de repente está movido, pero, o sea, el tío siguió y, no sé, un crack. A mí la verdad es que me cayó genial, o sea, no es que esté viendo la entrevista, que también, que paséis a verla, pero la verdad es que me cayó muy bien. Tío, muchas gracias por venirte a hacerme de traductor y un poco a pasar el rato aquí conmigo con este tal. Evidentemente preguntamos por Mahomes, que era un poco, ¿no? Que también al final es como una leyenda de Texas Tech, y me imagino que tendrás ganas de verlo este año, ¿no? A Mahomes.
Hombre, cómo no. Y todo lo que, de verdad te digo que todo lo que está haciendo Texas Tech, de Shoresby a un lado, que eso no tiene nada que ver con ellos o nada que ellos hayan hecho mal, porque además, bueno, ya lo explicaremos en otro vídeo. A mí me gusta mucho lo que está haciendo Texas Tech. Incluso con las equipaciones están dando también un salto de calidad, y a mí todo eso siempre me hace que me capten más mi atención.
Sí, a mí me parece que tienen un equipazo igualmente, creo que van a competir, fuera de que esté Sorbi o no, me creo que van a competir la Big 12. Así que nada, sin más dilación, os dejamos con Imari Jehiel. Bienvenido a Multiverso True Freshman, Imari, muchas gracias por aceptar nuestra invitación. Nos gustaría empezar por el principio. ¿Dónde naciste, dónde creciste y cuándo empezaste a jugar a fútbol?
Welcome to Multiverso True Freshman. Tad, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. We'd like to start from the beginning. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And when did you start playing football?
Um, you said, wait, what was the first question?
Yeah. We'd like to start from the beginning. And where were you born? Where did you grow up? And when did you start playing football?
Okay.
Did you start playing football?
So I was born in Chicago, and I moved down to Dallas when I was around 3, 4 years old, and I moved to Duncanville, which is like in the Dallas area. So I grew up in Duncanville for really most of my life until I moved to Forney my before my freshman year. So it was eighth grade summer going into freshman year. I moved to Forney, and from there on, I just went to Forney. Forney is like 30 minutes like
Mhm.
east from
Okay.
where I originally stayed, so it's like more country. So I had some adjusting to do, but it was pretty good. But yeah, but right now I'm in Lubbock, Recco. So
Ujú.
Lubbock is it's not too far off from where I'm from. Like Forney is pretty country, but Lubbock is definitely tops it off. It definitely topped it off like when I went down there. But I like being around the country. Like I feel like I adapted well being down there.
Ujú.
Okay.
En high
Okay.
school jugaste, como dices, en Forney, uno de los programas más competitivos del área de Dallas Fort Worth. ¿Cómo recuerdas tu etapa allí y cuánto te ayudó a prepararte para el nivel universitario?
Um, that you played at Forney High School, one of the most competitive programs in the Dallas Fort Worth area. How did you look back on your time there, and how much did it help prepare you for the college level?
I feel like Forney really did help me. Like, I definitely spent a lot of time like at that school, whether it's the classroom or just being on the field. Like, I put in a lot of work. So my freshman year, put in the work. I'm saying, got on the varsity level around middle of the season. I got moved up for safety. Put some, what I'm saying, I had some decent stats at safety. I said I had a couple pass deflection, you know what I'm saying? And then the next year after that was my sophomore year. That's the year we had our deep playoff run. We had our deep playoff run, and we beat teams like Lancaster. Who else did we beat that year? We had a lot of good teams that we played. We beat Rockwall. You know, a lot of great teams. It's very competitive. Like it's definitely. I say it's definitely up there. It's like the Big 12 of Texas football, honestly. Like 5A, like that's like the Big 12. So I feel like it definitely prepared me for college because the way we just used to operate, Coach Flinder and Coach McCollum and all the other coaches, we just always they ran it a certain way to where it's already like a college system. So when I went to college, it wasn't much of a transition. It was just like, you've been here before, you know what to do. So now you just gotta learn a different way, and you're on your own now. Honestly.
Ujú.
Mhm.
Cuando no eras todavía una superestrella nacional del recruiting, pero poco a poco empezaste a llamar la atención por tu expresividad y tus big plays. ¿Cómo viviste ese proceso de recruiting?
That at the beginning you weren't yet a massive national recruiting star, but step by step you started gaining attention because of your explosiveness, your big plays. What was that recruiting process like for you?
It was very fun, honestly. Like, I got my first offer after it was spring ball going into my junior year. So yeah, it was TSU and I got Lamar in the same day. So it was TSU Lamar, and then I picked up SMU at a camp because I was going to like the SMU camps. So I was going to the SMU camps, picked up SMU at like a camp after the camp. So
Uh huh.
picked up that offer, and then that same summer, going into my junior year, I went to TCU camp, picked up the TCU camp. So really, after those four offers, the rest was just off my junior year film. Like I just, bought out my junior year and I got like 16 more offers or 17. Like I just blew up really after my junior year because my film was just really good. Like I went crazy. And then my senior year, I was committed after my junior year. So I mean, after my junior year, it was just everything was on tech for real. So, but the recruiting process, it was actually fun. Like breaking the schools down because you got all these schools that you got to pick from and stuff like that. So, and plus I got to travel, especially like on the official visits. Like I went to Boston, you know, had a great time in Boston, seen a lot of views, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of things that you don't normally see because it's, you know, everything's paid for. So it's like, you know, so yeah, I got Boston. I went to Boston. I went to Houston a couple times. I went to TCU. I went to I went to Texas State. I mean, all my visits were fun. Like just going on those visits,
Mhm.
like especially being in high school, like just seeing like the future. It's like it's very cool to see.
Ujú. Y como decías, recibiste ofertas de programas tan importantes como Houston, TCU, Kansas State, Utah, antes de decidirte por Texas Tech. ¿Qué fue lo que te convenció del proyecto de Joe in My Wire?
Like you are telling us, you have received offers from many programs like Houston, TCU, Kansas State, Utah before committing to Texas Tech. What convinces you about Joy McGuire's project?
I just love like the energy that he came off with. Like when I first got offered, it was during that period of time during my junior year when everything was flooding in. But you could definitely tell like the difference when I was getting offered because you know like some coaches they offer you, you know what I'm saying, it's just cool, you know what I'm saying. But it was actually my position coach, Coach Juice. I was going to the weight room, we was gonna go work out. He came up to me like, hey man, you got an offer, dap me up, you know what I'm saying, show me some love and I want to go work out. So it was like it just that's the small details really like played a part in all that stuff. Cause like you can really tell when the coaches are genuine, when coaches are like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to lead you or like, you know. So I felt, especially like on my OV, like when I went on my OV, I was just shown a lot of love, and I could just seen like the how Coach McGuire had everything running. Like everything was a program. Everybody seemed like they wanted to be there, and so I just wanted to be a part of that. So Coach McGuire definitely did a good job with just like being Coach McGuire.
Ujú.
Oh,
Y luego también queríamos hablar también, antes de pasar al siguiente, de tu apodo, Taz. ¿De dónde viene ese nickname? ¿Quién empezó a llamarte así?
your nickname is Tath.
Yeah.
Where does that nickname where does that nickname came from, and who
Yeah.
started calling you that?
Okay. Yeah. So Taz, you know, the Tasmanian devil, like from the cartoon Looney Tunes, the one that's all
Yeah,
crazy, wild and
I
stuff like
suppose
that.
it. I suppose it when I see it the first
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
So when I was growing up as a kid, you know what I'm saying, I was like really I was all over the world. I was always doing something. Like I did track, I did a lot of sport, I did jujitsu, you know, I did like I probably was in gymnastics for like 2 weeks at a time. I did like everything. Like I was just an outdoor, you know what I'm saying, get at the house, go outside, have fun type of kid. And I was like had a lot of energy. I still do to this day, but you know, it's easier to control now. I can control tasks now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Sí. En high school no solo jugabas a fútbol, también competías en baloncesto y track and field. ¿Cuánto crees que esos deportes han influido en tu desarrollo como wide receiver?
Yes, Tath. In high school, you didn't only play football; you also competed in basketball and track and field.
I
How
did.
much do you think those sports helped shape you as a wide receiver?
I feel like all those sports that I played a part. Like every sport that I did, everything that I did in my life, like I feel like it contributed to football. Cause I mean, I feel like football is life. You can always compare like football lessons to life. So I feel like everything that you just do to move your body contributes to like, you know what I'm saying, things like that. Like for instance, like basketball, you know, you running routes and stuff, you know, you doing your 1-2. It's like all about rhythm and you know what I'm saying, spacing. It's just like basketball.
Mhm.
Like when you dribbling the ball, the goal is to get spacing to get to the basket and score. So I
The
mean,
coordination. Mhm.
yeah, coordination, things of that nature, like even defense, like just getting your feet set, like just all that stuff, like it plays a part with just hand-eye coordination and just your body, just moving your body. And I did jujitsu. I feel like you know that can help me as well, cause I mean, really, it's about strength. Like jujitsu, when I was in there, it was really just about winning. Like that's where I really got my competitive spirit from, cause I hate losing. Like I hate losing. Like when I was in jujitsu, I used to try to win everything. I really took it seriously. I don't know why. Like I was just a kid. I
Mhm.
just didn't. I liked winning, so I just kept doing it. So yeah. So I feel like all those sports, it just played a different part mentally and physically.
Ujú.
Mhm.
Y bien, ahora llegas a Texas Tech justo después de ganar la Big 12 y con muchísima expectación alrededor del programa. ¿Cómo estás viviendo estos primeros meses dentro del equipo?
Now you arrive at Texas Tech right after winning the Big 12 with the huge expectations surrounding the program. How have these first months inside the team been for you?
It's been great. Like just seeing the different levels from being in high school going straight to college. Like you see a lot more, you learn a lot more, and like it's just you're just closer to where you want to be. Honestly, like because when I came in, I was a little nervous, like every freshman is. But when you get in there, it's really just like you just building routines and you doing the same thing you've been doing, but you just doing it at a more consistent, higher level. You just really just gotta focus on what you're doing. So I feel like being in college has definitely strengthened my mind and just helped me just realize what I need to do to get what I want.
Ujú.
Ujú.
Y claro, después de una temporada así, también se vuelve imposible no pensar en Patrick Mahomes y todo lo que representa para Texas Tech. ¿Se nota dentro del programa esa inspiración de tener a alguien como él como referente absoluto de la universidad?
And of course, that after a season like that, it becomes impossible not to think about Patrick Mahomes and everything that he represents for the university with Adidas, with his own designs. Can you feel that inspiration inside the program now in someone like him is the ultimate reference for this university?
Most definitely, like I feel like a quarterback like that, or just a person in general, like going to that school that you went to and seeing that he can go crazy in the league, do what I'm saying, 3 championships, like all that type of
Mhm.
stuff. It's just showing you the potential. It's just you know what I'm saying. It makes you, yeah. It's definitely very inspiring. It's definitely very inspiring. Like, cause you see him all across the wall. You see all the greats. And it's just
Yeah.
crazy. 'Cause he does a lot too. Like, we get a lot of gear. Patrick Mahomes gear, and it's very good. Like, I definitely see Patrick Mahomes winning a couple more and throwing to me soon.
Ujú.
Okay, okay.
Todavía estás empezando tu carrera universitaria, pero ¿qué objetivos te marcas para esta primera temporada como Red Rider?
Tath, you are still beginning your college career, but what are your goals for your first season in high school in Texas Tech?
My goals personally is to, obviously see the field. Definitely, I want to adjust to the game speed, adjust mentally, and just get used to, the feeling of just being around, being in that college atmosphere, like all the things that I need to play at the next level, just build those great championship habits, and just
Mhm.
and continue to be a leader as well. Continue to be a leader.
Okay.
Ujú. Y hablando un poco más de tu juego, ¿cómo te definirías tú mismo como receptor?
Talking about more your game, how would you describe yourself as a receiver?
I feel like I'm an all-around receiver, but my favorite archetype that I use the most is my route running. Like I feel like I'm one of the best route runners in the world. Honestly, that's just my mindset. I feel like my routes just being able to create separation is what makes me a great receiver, like dangerous because I can go deep. I can go deep ball, but I can also beat you with any route. Like I can run any route on you and just what I'm saying, mess your mind up and ruin your day. Honestly.
And what's this is something that I come to my mind right now. What's the position press snap that you feel more comfortable starting the play, like an outside wide receiver in the slot?
I feel like I play all around. Like, I feel like every position you gotta. I don't know. Just me in general. I like to play both inside and outside because it give me more versatility with my routes. Because I feel
Yeah.
like if you limit yourself to one position, then your routes are really limited. But if you go inside and outside, your route choices, you can really run anything. Like they don't know what to expect.
And I think
Ujú.
is what the position of the wide receiver is evolving because we can take a look on JSN, the actual offensive player of the year in the NFL, and he can play outside, he can play inside, he can attack every side of the field. So
Yes,
I
sir.
think is something that the position is evolving too.
Yes, sir.
Ujú. ¿Y hay algún wide receiver de la NFL o del college football en el que fijes especialmente para moldear tu juego?
Is there an NFL or college football wide receiver that you especially look up to?
When I was growing up, I always used to watch Odell. Like really before the one hand catch when he was at LSU, wearing number 3. I just always been a fan of Odell. OBJ the GOAT. I was actually him for Halloween one year, which is crazy. I was a kid, I gotta see that picture, but I was him for Halloween one year, and another receiver that I look up to. Well, it's a couple. I'll give you some names. I'll go with Justin Jefferson. You know, he's a good guy that can create separation and just he plays slot and outside. So that's like small details. I'll say CeeDee Lamb. He also plays inside and outside, and it's just like his route running is just so smooth. You know, him and George Pickens, them two on the same team.
Yeah, yeah,
Them two on the
yeah, yeah,
same.
Mhm.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like those two, they're a great receiver core. And those three receivers, they all have something in common. Like they all can get open, and they all just like they some dogs, honestly. And then they all block, and they all team players. So, Jamar Chase, because he's so stocky, and I feel like I'm getting pretty big. So I'm what I'm saying, I can compare myself to him a little bit. So, I like Jamar Chase, good route runner too as well. Um, I'll give you two more. Tank Dell, do your research.
Wow, that he's coming back this season. Yeah.
Yeah, Tank Dell. One more. I'll go Devontae Adams. I like Devontae Adams. Simple but efficient.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ujú.
Yeah.
Sí. ¿Sueñas ya con llegar algún día a la NFL o intentas ir paso a paso centrándote primero en Texas Tech?
Tad, do you already dream about reaching the NFL someday, or do you prefer taking things step by step and focusing first on Texas Tech?
Most definitely, I have those dreams. Like I've been having no dreams my whole life, like going to the NFL. But of course, I gotta stay where my feet are and just be. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Texas Tech for sure. Like I'm Texas Tech all day right now. But of course, you have those dreams of where you want to be because that's your goals. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to keep those in the back of your mind. But you always want to be where your feet are. So yeah, my first goal is just always being where my feet are.
I suppose that even you are so focused in the Texas Tech, it's impossible not to thinking about in the future, thinking about you in the NFL. I think it's impossible
Exactly.
in your situation. It's impossible in some situations not to think to that.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like it's all over the building. Like as soon as you walk in,
Yeah,
you see Patrick Mahomes on the wall throwing the
yeah,
ball
it's
like this.
impossible.
So
Yeah, yeah, I suppose, I suppose.
and plus, like
Sí.
when you get to college, especially somewhere like Texas Tech, where what I'm saying people are getting paid, and people are just what I'm saying like the goal is to go to the league. I feel like everybody in the locker room wants to go to the NFL. So I feel like
Mhm.
that's what makes it so much better because everybody in the locker room has the same goal as you. So what I'm saying I feel like it's just like everybody's sharpening each other.
Ujú. Vamos también a pasar a una parte donde nos gustaría conocerte también un poco más fuera del campo, así y tenemos algunas preguntas como ¿cuáles son tus principales hobbies fuera del fútbol?
That we'd also like to get to know you a little more off the field. So let's move on to some personal questions. Like, what are your main hobbies outside of football?
My main hobbies outside of football, I like to play the games. I like playing Call of Duty. I
Mhm.
play Madden, NCAA, of course. Really, just those three right now. But I really play all type of games. But those are just the ones that I guess I play right now. But what else? I also like to listen to music. I love listening to music. Like I don't know if you can hear it, but I
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
we are hearing it. Yeah.
Is it
Ujú.
loud?
No, it's not too loud.
No,
It's
no,
not too loud.
no.
It's very
Yeah,
good.
it's that Iceman, it's that Drake. So
Yeah.
I'm big OVO, so I like listening to music. You know, I like writing. I got into writing. So I'll get into my journal and just like just write stuff down, like whatever I'm thinking about, and just write stuff down.
Mhm. That,
Uh,
sorry,
okay,
sorry, sorry, sorry.
good.
You have talked about the video games of Madden, of college football.
Yeah,
How do you feel about to appear in the college football in the next edition?
it would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about that, like it's just so crazy because it comes so early. Like, cause you would have never thought, like a couple years ago, like when you was a kid, you was never thinking like, okay, boom. Cause they wasn't releasing games. They wasn't releasing the college football games since like 2014. So you're not thinking
Not yet,
like
not yet, not yet.
that's what I'm saying. So it came back
Yeah,
on us
yeah.
so fast. So it's like being in that opportunity is just like you got to be blessed and grateful. Honestly, just being excited.
Mhm.
Hablamos antes de música. ¿Cuál es tu artista o grupo de música favorito?
You have talked that one of your main hobbies is listening to music. What's your favorite music artist or band?
Oh, Drake, all right. Hey, big OVO, 6, Iceman. You know what I'm saying? Drake. Drake, I feel like he the GOAT, but you know what I'm saying? I listen to other people too, like, but Drake, he just number one for me because, you know, I've listened to him since I was a kid. Like my sister put me on, and like I just, you know what I'm saying? He's just the GOAT. He's just the GOAT.
Ujú. ¿Tienes alguna película o serie favorita?
Favorite movie or TV show?
Uh my favorite movie, I would probably say oh, either the Michael Jackson movie that just came out,
Okay.
or
Okay.
or let me see. The Michael Jackson movie that came out. Or I like watching it's a series on Netflix called Receiver, and it's like five different receivers, like
Yeah.
Jesse Jefferson, Devontae Adams. I like
George
watching stuff like
Kittle.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause like you know what I'm saying. Like if you watching it, I can get a feel for it and then live that. You know what I'm saying. So I
Mm-hmm.
just like
Ujú.
Okay.
¿Alguna comida favorita?
And do you have some favorite food?
favorite foods.
Yep.
I like steak, ribs, chicken, like all the protein. Like I just love the
Or
protein.
protein, or
All the
protein.
pro, but I like eating greens too. But you know, just the protein is the main. Like ribs, like barbecue.
Yeah, yeah, I suppose. I suppose that your diet in your day by day is with an high content in protein too. So,
Yes, that's right.
mhm.
Ujú. Si no
Sure.
jugaras al fútbol, ¿qué otro deporte crees que practicarías profesionalmente?
If you weren't playing football, what sport do you think you'd pursue professionally?
I feel like I could do good at soccer. You know, because
Oh,
soccer's not too far off of. You know what I'm saying? Not too far off of.
okay.
You know, because I feel like when I be going training and stuff, it be soccer balls around, and I just be juggling it. And I got pretty good at it, so I feel like it's the same thing. I would have been more like Messi or Ronaldo.
Okay, okay. Do
Ujú.
you have
Yeah.
do you see some soccer games about Real Madrid, Barcelona, or something like that?
Uh, Barcelona. I watched a Barcelona game or two, and I definitely watched like some Ronaldo highlights and Messi highlights, like you know what I'm saying, trying to recreate it in my room or something for sure.
Okay,
But I
and I
love
suppose
soccer.
that
I'm definitely like trying to creep my way like into
yeah,
the soccer
yeah.
game, trying to know everybody because I know a little bit of soccer ball knowledge, but it can be way better.
Okay, and I suppose that you're going to see closely the next World Championship.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. I do gotta watch that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Ujú.
okay, okay. Adri?
¿Sigues mucho la NFL? ¿Eres fan de algún equipo cuando eras pequeño?
Dad, do you follow the NFL closely? Did you support any team when you were growing up?
Uh, man. Um, I'm not really just one fan of one team. Like growing up, I really was just a Cowboys hater at the start. At the start, because living in Dallas, because I remember one time I wore a OBJ jersey, because you know how I said he my favorite player. So they was playing the Giants. So my sister 2 weeks ago, she was gonna take me, and when I went there, Giants jersey 13 in there, AT&T Stadium. Couldn't do it. Everybody, as soon as I walked in, I'm a little kid. I got grown people in my face talking about no boo, boo. So I was like, yeah. From that day, I was like, yeah, the Cowboys, no good. But then, I mean, like, then they got George Pickens and then CeeDee Lamb. So then I was like,
Okay,
So now I was like,
okay,
okay, I like them now. So
okay,
I
okay,
don't, say that's not a. But yeah, I like the Cowboys. Yeah.
Ujú.
okay. Adri?
Antes hablamos de wide receivers, de OJ y tal. ¿Tienes algunos jugadores favoritos, tanto actuales como históricos, aparte de esos
Mhm.
wide receivers?
That we talked before about some great receivers that you could be that you could be a fan. But do you have some favorite players that they are not wide receivers? That it could be current players or legends.
Oh, like that's receiver or just any position. Like I know
Any
what you're saying.
position, any
Okay.
Any
position.
position.
Uh, I'll stick on the topic since we're on the receivers. I'll say I like Ocho Cinco, Chad Ocho Cinco. Randy
Yeah.
Moss, Antonio Brown. They represent the '84. Um, I like Tom. Ocho. No, Chad Johnson.
Hmm.
Let me see. What's his name? Low key. What's his name? He played for the San Francisco 49ers. What is his name?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Jerry
Right.
Rice. Yeah, those like my top. Those my top. They the greats.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Julio Jones. Julio Jones. Ooh, don't let me forget that one.
Wow,
Don't let me
Wow.
one of
forget
the
that one.
greatest, one of the
One of
greatest
the
of all time.
greatest. Yeah.
Julio Jones. Sí. ¿Tienes
Mhm.
alguna rutina o superstición antes de los partidos?
Do you have any pre-game routines or superstitions? Superstitions.
I feel like you gotta kiss the grass before you play on the
Okay.
grass. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta show the grass love, so it can show you love. Like when you on your breaks and stuff, so it can protect you. You know.
Mhm.
So you know what I'm saying. It's just something
Mhm.
silly, but I do it for I do it every game.
¿Qué es algo que la mayoría de la gente no esperaría de ti? ¿Algo, un talento oculto, un dato curioso, una superstición, algo así?
What's something most people wouldn't expect about you? Maybe a hidden talent or fun fact?
Feel like you know what I'm saying. I could sing a little bit, and then let me see. Hold on, let me see what else I could do. I ain't gonna lie, really. I feel like the question is, what can't I do? Because I feel like I could do a lot of things. Like
Okay.
I feel like I'm a very talented kid. I could do a lot of. I could sing, dance, write, all type of stuff. So I feel like that's the question that we should be asking.
Okay.
¿Cuál es tu mejor recuerdo hasta ahora relacionado con el fútbol?
What's your best football memory so far?
In college,
In football, yeah.
my favorite memory in all of football is probably um really just I don't know all of it for real. I can't just pick one way. Like
Mhm.
one time, like I just love the whole sport. Like every time I've played football, played a game, every season I've had fun. Like just playing football because that's like what I love to do. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be beating Lancaster my sophomore year.
Ujú.
Okay.
Y ahora que empieza esta nueva temporada en Texas Tech, ¿qué es lo que más ilusión te hace vivir como jugador universitario?
And now that this new chapter at Texas Tech is beginning, what excites you the most about the college football experience?
You said what fears me the most?
Yeah, what excites you the
Oh,
most
excites
about this college football experience that you are going to start?
really just like the process and just like seeing everything like because I grew up watching college football, so just being in that atmosphere and just being around, that like I don't know, just the city, like even the city that I'm in, like Lubbock, it's a great college town. Like they love, what I'm saying, the football community. So I love the community back, honestly. So I just everything about it, everything just goes into one.
Ujú.
Okay.
Y bueno, para terminar, la última, como sabes, somos de España y el fútbol americano está creciendo muchísimo aquí. La NFL ya ha empezado a jugar partidos en Madrid. ¿Conoces algo de España? ¿Te gustaría venir algún día, ya sea de viaje o quizás incluso para jugar aquí algún día en la NFL?
And that the last one question, as you know, we are from Spain, and American football is growing more and more here in our country. And the NFL has already started playing games in Madrid. Do you know something about Spain? Would you like to visit someday, either for vacation or who knows in the future, play with the NFL here?
Most definitely. I would definitely love to come to Spain. Like when I was in history class, I always like had something about Spain, especially being in Spanish class, like learning the language. I would definitely want to like go out there, you know what I'm saying, just live it. Cause I heard I have some nice foods, some nice
Yeah.
views, a lot of things out there. And I love to travel. So I would definitely Spain is definitely on my list to come to.
Okay.
Definitely.
So when you come here to Spain, you have here two friends who can go anywhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, man, and so good luck in your first season in college football. We are going
Sir.
to follow you so close, and all the best for you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.